Hello again, we're back down on the farm on our gameplay series for episode 2. Right, bales. I'm restacking the bales in my barn. I used the auto stacker originally and put them in tall columns. I didn't like it, I didn't think it looked particularly realistic, so I've decided to knock them all down and restack them. I started off using the tractor with the bale spike, and it was proving difficult. I think there's a technique, there's a knack to it, which I'm going to have to practice. So I thought I would go and grab the telehandler with the bale clamp and have a go with that. Again, it's not proving as easy as I thought it was going to be, but it's a learning curve. I will get better. So I'm going to be moving all the hay bales first of all. I have got a load of straw bales off to the left hand side, which I'm going to move in a minute. I'll say a minute, it's going to take me a little bit longer than that, but I'm going to move all these, stack them up in the barn. It's going to take a little bit of time, so what I'll probably do is either skip the first bit or speed it up, or I might do that for the second bit, we'll see. Getting that clamp open. Now it does say it's a wrapped bale handler, and it does hold wrapped bales far better than it does non-wrapped bales. They tend to slip a little bit, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm not showing it with that one. The only downside with using the bale clamp is that the arms can get a bit caught up, so when you let go of it you have to do it from a bit of a height. At least if you use a bale spike you can take it straight in, put it down, back out again. But I've got most of those done. It's not the neatest or prettiest stack you're ever going to see. I'm hoping that by the time I get onto the straw bales I will have perfected my technique, but we'll see. Middle of the night. I did start on this earlier on and it started to get dark, so I turned the lights on. I thought, well, I could leave it, go again in the morning, skip through time, and I thought, no, I'm going to get it done. It probably would have proved a lot easier doing it in daylight where I can see everything, but the lights are helping. I do like the telehandler. The wheeled telehandler you can get, I find it's a bit wobbly, very narrow wheelbase, and it tends to rock quite a lot. The Liebherr one has got a very wide wheelbase. I tend to use that one for my forestry more because I'm moving logs around, so it's just a little bit easier using that one. But around the farm I like the New Holland one. I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure from screenshots and bits and bobs I've seen, I think in Farming Simulator 17 there's a Manitou telehandler, which would be quite nice. I haven't used one of those before in a game. So yeah, that would be interesting. Last couple. I'm not very fast at doing this either, but it gets done. It's one of those jobs I've been putting off. I thought I do want to get it done, get into that barn, get it sorted out. And again, it's not one of the most exciting things to watch, especially on episode 2. I will get onto harvesting and cultivating and fertilising and all those other jobs. Got a lot of grass cutting to do. I'm going to do a lot of silage collecting with the forage harvester and a bit of forestry. I'm going to do a bit of everything really, but this did need to be done. I hope you liked the first episode. Just a bit of a quick tour around. I have changed, I've added a couple of fields since then. Crops are growing, and what I might do is every now and again on one of the episodes I'll probably just have a whiz round, show you any new bits, anything I've bought. After my huge silage selling, I got great demand a while back. I think I mentioned it in one of my kind of how-to videos, and I think I made 1.6 million. I sold as much as I possibly could in the time I had available, but that money is depleting again. Once you start buying a few bits of equipment, you buy a forage harvester here and a combine harvester there, I bought the Scorpion King for doing forestry. All of a sudden your money disappears really, really quickly. But I suppose that's the nature of farming. They're actually not going in too bad. It's not the neatest stack you'll ever see, but they are stacked up. I'll see how tidy I managed to do the straw one. And I may well come back and adjust this one. Right, that's not too bad. They're stacked up. I will move on to the straw bales, I think, and start on those in a second. So, straw bales. Start of this stack. Let's see if this goes any better. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit neater. What I'll probably do on this one, the last one I did skip a chunk because it was taking a long time because I was incredibly slow. Hopefully I've perfected my technique a bit. What I might do this time is just speed up a little bit. So you'll still be able to see it, it'll just be a little bit faster. That way I haven't got to sit through it for too long. So there are quite a few bales there. I probably won't do all the bales, I'll just do a few stacks just to get it nice and neat and get myself started. And then I'll probably stop for the evening. Go back to the farmhouse and have a sleep. I have to say, unfortunately in playing this game I've unleashed a monster in one of my daughters. She plays it too, and she's been picking up copies of Farmers Weekly down at the local supermarket. She keeps coming in and showing me pictures of farmhouses and farmers for sale. It's alright Dad, we just need a loan for 1.8 million. Lots of rooms in the farmhouse, lots of barns and outbuildings, loads of acres of land and forests. We can do all the stuff just like you do on Farming Simulator. I haven't got 1.8 million, not likely to. But it's nice to have dreams. I'm making an absolute hash of that one. If I just leave that there, maybe I can fit a bale in between it. Fingers crossed. I think I will probably have another practice with the tractor and front loader with the bale spike on. You have to get the angle just right to be able to slide the bale spike out smoothly without moving the bales around and knocking them over. I've got the T6160. I do prefer that one. I think when I did my tractor buyer's guide, I did say if you're going to get a front loader, the T6160's got more power than the others, the Steyr, the Z-Tour, and the smaller of the New Hollands. So I do definitely prefer the T6160. Doesn't tend to tip as much when you get a bale or a couple of bales in the front as well. This will go down. Just needs a bit of gentle persuasion, I think. That wasn't gentle. Yeah, I think gentle persuasion and a telehandler probably aren't two things that go together particularly well. It will go. Come on. A different angle is required. There we go. Almost perfect. A gentle nudge here and there. Gets the job done. I will speed up time in just a minute. Just get a couple more of these on, probably just get the next layer up, and then when I do the next bit I'll speed up time a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I like the auto loader. It's a brilliant idea. It saves so much time getting the bales off the field. And I dare say in real life they do stack them up in like columns. I just don't. I just think it looks weird. It's a bit unwieldy. They do wobble a lot. And I find because the stacks are so very close together, using a bale clamp to get them, you have to come in from either side at 90 degrees to be kind of accurate. That's just me. I have to say, I've said it before in one of my videos, I can't remember which one it was now. It might have been the forage harvesters one, I really can't remember. You have Daggerwind to thank for this. Thank for this. Become obsessed with watching his videos. Go on, look at his channel, subscribe. They're brilliant. I love them. But I kind of changed my entire gameplay style. Tried to make it more realistic. I do a lot more in cab, although for doing this it's a lot harder, so I'm out of cab for this one. Purchased steering wheel and pedals to try and make it a little bit more kind of realistic for the actual playing of the game itself, and the actual YouTubing, doing YouTube clips. It could kind of thought, you know what, I'll have a go, I'll do that. Whether anyone's interested in watching them or not, we'll see, and if you are watching it, I thank you greatly. Please subscribe, like if you liked it. If you've got any comments, please comment. If there's something you think I'm doing wrong, not doing well, something I can improve on, little tips and tricks that might make life a little bit easier, I'm always open to suggestions. Right, there you go. That's quite neat, I'm quite happy with that. Right, what I'll do, I'll speed up time a little bit and try and get through this next lot a little bit quicker. Although I have to be fair, probably because the speed I was moving at originally, even with it sped up a little bit, it's probably still not particularly fast. Still, never mind. I will stop talking for a few minutes, just let it cycle through. And we'll go back to normal speed. I do like that T6. Right, so last little bits here. Like I said, I'll probably just get a couple of stacks done just to make it look a bit neater. And then I'll probably just stop there for the night. Just a little bit to see, and then I'm hoping what I might do is come back on when I do episode 3. It'll be daylight. I'll have slept. And I'll be doing something a little bit more, well, not necessarily interesting. I find this interesting. I find the whole thing very therapeutic. It's very easy going. I do like shoot 'em ups, I do like racing games, I do like all the usual sorts of things. I just find this a lot more easy going. Requires you to use a whole different skill set. You have to be more patient. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. I think it's over 5 million copies sold, I think. 5 million people can't be wrong. Oh, nearly lost that one. Come on, just get this one on. And that'll be my second stack done, and I can stop for the night and sleep. You know what? I'm happy with that. It's much neater than the first lot I did with the hay bales. I will finish the rest of those off. What I might do on the next video, whiz by and just show you if I finish them off. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.